Hey guys, Katie here. Welcome back to my channel. Today is the 4th day of May Madness Week, and today's video is from my new series of what I learned in therapy. So, I think I talked about this in my life update video, where the therapist that I had been seeing for 8 years randomly told me that once I turned 24, she couldn't see me anymore, even though we had asked her previously, and she had told us something different. So, one thing to know about me is I don't like change, and getting a new therapist was something that was very scary for me. And I was really like on edge about it, and anxious and depressed and angry and so much that you know, I was really reluctant about a new therapist because, you know, but I also have been feeling since like the pandemic and stuff, and therapy was moved to virtual, that I was not getting anything close to what I needed. Like sessions were only like maybe half an hour when we pay for an hour, and then like at least 5 to 10 minutes of that was like technology issues, of where we couldn't hear each other or we couldn't see each other, and it just made me like even more like not wanting to like do therapy, which is not good. Like when you have bad mental health, like doing therapy is like a good thing and you need to be in it. But with my old therapist, our sessions were very much like I was talking to like a friend, like venting and, you know, all of that, and it was not any, you know, okay, let's work through this kind of thing. And I've seen this new therapist now, I think it's been almost 4 months, I want to say, and I have learned so much already, way more than I ever learned in like the 8 years that I was with my other therapist. And so I know that many people suffer from mental illness, and B, a lot of people either can't afford therapy, or if you're, underage, then your parents might not want you to go to therapy for whatever reason. I know there are people out there like that. So I wanted to make these videos so that way, if you're one of those people who cannot afford to go to therapy or aren't allowed to go to therapy, maybe you can learn some of the tools that I'm learning. Basically, this series is just going to be me, telling you guys about what I've learned in therapy and if it personally has helped me. And it might not help you, and it might help you. And yeah, so the first thing, this is something that I learned recently. And it's something that I've wanted to get into, but I have a really bad time with like routines, and that's journaling. When my therapist brought up journaling, I was like, yeah, okay, like, I know, journal, whatever. But it was honestly kind of like daunting to me. But I really wanted to push myself to do it because I want to get better, and I want to learn how to cope, and I want, all this stuff I'm supposed to be getting out of therapy. And so I went to the store and I got a notebook, and I put, stickers in it. Stickers, hold on. I have stickers here. I got stickers in the back. I have stickers on the back cover. And so at first I was like, okay, I'm gonna journal. I'm gonna do this. I got this. And I journaled first on April 21st. And basically I just kind of journaled about Easter because it had been Easter and I had been with my dad's side of the family and I needed to get some stuff out. And so I wrote a little bit more on a different day, but I haven't written in a couple days. Probably. No, it's been like 10 days. It's been a long time. I need to do it again. But, and then like after like the second day, I was like, I can't think of anything to write. Like, I want to write, I don't know. I need something. So I went on Pinterest and I searched up journal prompts. And so I typed out a bunch, printed them out. I have 2 cases of this. I don't know where the other one went. So like, I pick out one anytime I want to journal, and that's what I journal on. And through my research of these journal prompts, I found something that really kind of intrigued me. And it's called shadow work. So shadow work, and so I put the link to where I got all this information down in the description. You can also read this on their website. So shadow work basically is like exercises and activities to help you bring like the dark sides out into the light. And basically you have to like confront the dark parts of yourself. So the belief is that everybody has a shadow, and that shadow is the bad parts about yourself. And you have to admit that you are not perfect, and nobody's perfect, because perfect just is a made-up concept and it doesn't exist. But you also have to know how to deal with your dark side, because it's gonna be there forever. Like, you're always gonna have a dark side. It's not going away. So you have to learn to like cope with it and deal with it. So, 7 ways that reveal your shadow self. You project unwanted feelings and traits onto others. You judge and criticize others. You are quick to temper in reaction to certain situations. You play the victim. You lack boundaries and have a hard time saying no. That's me. You have repetitive addictive behavior, also me. And you deny feeling certain emotions. So that's like 7 ways to reveal your shadow self. And, you know, these are things that a lot of people do. Most people do. And it doesn't make you a bad person. You just have to, like, acknowledge that, you know, you do these things. So how to do shadow work. Observe your emotional reactions to different situations. Recreate your dreams. Discover your shadow archetype, which we'll talk about in a minute. Have a dialogue with your shadow. Meditate, keep a journal, practice inner child work. So basically, like in shadow work, you'll explore how to uncover the hidden parts of yourself and see the secret forces at play in the world. So you'll learn to heal and transform the parts of yourself that keep causing the same negative patterns. You'll reveal your hidden archetypes and better understand their connection to the shadow. You unearth new strengths, insights, and wisdom. There's buried treasure in the shadow as well. See our collective shadows and break free from the systems that keep you docile and disempowered, and step into your sacred calling and make a difference in a world that needs you. So, in my prompts, I have a lot of shadow work prompts, and some of these are kind of simple. Some of them are not. I think this was one of them. Write about the thing that you most want to let go of. And there's other things like, how did your upbringing affect your mental health? And just more, obviously I'm not going to give you guys what's in my journal because that's private. But if you want the prompts, I am going to try to put a link to the document that I typed up with all the prompts. So I said something earlier about shadow, is it archetypes or archetypes? So there are 12 of them. The first one is the ruler. They're described as power sick, egocentric, have a lot of pride, chase money and success, and engage in destructive behaviors. The second one is the caregiver, which I feel like is part of me. Plays the victim, problem saying no, guilt tripping, feelings of inadequacy, which leads to anger and frustration. Number 3 is the everyman. So manipulative, afraid to be left out, codependent, helpless, wants to fit in, lost sense of identity. And there's a couple of those that I relate to as well. Number 4 is the creator, which I also relate to. Perfectionist, lack of stability and comfort, hard to accept things for how they are, not in control of their emotions. Number 5, the innocent, lack responsibility, inclined to follow and obey, ignore reality, naivety, you're naive, blame other people. Number 6 is the explorer, feeling lost and unfulfilled, danger seeker, prone to addiction, search for excitement, restlessness, moves from one thing to another. I also relate to a couple of those. The warrior, creates chaos, never learns their lesson, stays stuck in unwanted situations, immature, dependent on others to make their decisions, stays in the comfort zone, wild and reckless. I also relate to a couple of those as well. The outlaw. So it's the same shadow traits as the warrior, but they complain rather than change. The magician. Detached, feeling unsatisfied with what they got, overly critical, paranoid, skeptic. I also feel like I relate to some of those as well. The lover, not in touch with their feelings, lack of self-love, prone to addiction, destructive behaviors, struggles to form relationships, obsessive, independent on someone or something. That also is something that I can relate with. The jester, dishonest with themselves, trapped emotions, immature, annoying, self-sabotaging behavior. Also feel like I relate to that one as well. And then the sage, so obstinate, opinionated, impossible to reason with, loner, and arrogant. So there's a lot more that goes into shadow work, and if it's something that you feel like you want to learn more about or get into, again, I'm putting that website link in the description. So yeah, I feel like journaling has really helped me, and I feel like the shadow work has also kind of helped me in ways, and maybe, you know, like some of these things I didn't really think that I related to, or I did, until I kind of sat and thought about it. Then I was like, okay, yeah, I relate to a lot of this. So for me personally, journaling is like a thumbs up. It's like a good tool that helps me, and I hope it helps you guys too. Again, I'm gonna try to put those prompts somewhere. I'll figure it out. But thank you guys for watching. I will see you in tomorrow's video. Bye.